morning, students. In the last lecture, we discussed here about the distance, coordinate of the points and the betweenness of the points. Now today, we have to discuss about the line segments and its properties. So line segment, it is the union of the 2 points. It is the union of the two, that means point A and point B, and all the points between A and B, that is called the line segment AB. It is denoted as segment AB or segment seg AB. If suppose distance between the AB is 5, so we can say distance of AB or length of AB equals to 5 centimeter. So in this way, we discussed already the line segment. Today, we have to discuss the properties related with the line segments. Now, first of all, we have to discuss the congruent segment. So if the lengths of the two segments are equal, then we can say that given two segments are congruent. Congruent म्हणजे एकरूप. जर दिलेल्या दोन रेषाखंडांची लांबी समान असेल तर त्यांना आपण एकरूप रेषाखंड असे म्हणू शकतो. Again, if the length of the segments is equal to each other, then the given segments are congruent to each other. So here from figure we can say length of AB equals to 5 cm, length of PQ equals to 5 cm. That means length of AB equals to 5, length of PQ equals to 5 cm. So as the RHS is same, we can say AB equals to PQ. AB equals to PQ, and again we can say segment AB, that means seg AB, is congruent. This is the symbol of congruent. Segment PQ. Segment AB is congruent segment PQ. So if the lengths of the two segments is same or equal, we can say both the given segments are congruent. This is the symbol of congruency. So we read it, segment AB congruent segment PQ. Now the next thing, we have to discuss the properties of congruent segment. There are three properties, that is reflexivity, symmetry and transitivity. Now first we discuss the reflexivity, that every segment is congruent with itself. That means segment AB is congruent segment AB. It is the reflexivity that every segment is congruent to itself. Now the second property, symmetry. So if seg AB congruent to seg CD, that means these two segments AB congruent to segment CD, then vice versa we can say segment CD congruent to segment AB. It tells us that if the first segment is congruent to the second segment, then we can say second segment is also congruent to the first segment. This is called the symmetry. And now third one, the transitivity. So if segment AB congruent segment CD, segment CD congruent segment PQ. So here first segment is congruent to the second segment segment is congruent to the third segment. Then according to the transitivity, we can say segment AB congruent to segment PQ. It means if the first segment congruent to the second congruent to the third, then first and third are congruent to each other. So these are the three properties of the congruent segment. First, reflexivity, second, symmetry, and third, transitivity. Now the next term, that is the midpoint of a segment. So if A dash M dash B, that means M is between the A and B. A dash M dash B, that means M is between A and B. Segment AM congruent to segment MB. Congruent to segment MB. These two parts, AM and MB, are congruent to each other. Then we can say M is the midpoint. Then M is the midpoint of seg AB. Of seg AB. जर M हा A आणि B च्या मध्ये असेल आणि AM आणि MB हे दोन अंतर हे समान असतील किंवा एकरूप असतील तर अशा वेळेस आपण M ला त्याचा मध्यबिंदू असे म्हणू शकतो. AB चा मध्यबिंदू असे आपण म्हणू शकतो. If A dash M dash B, that means M lies between A and B, and segment AM congruent to segment MB, then we can say M is the midpoint of a segment AB. So from this we can say AM equals to MB equals to 1/2 AB. 1/2 AB. 1/2 म्हणजे त्याचा अर्धा आणि म्हणून तो काय येतो त्याचा मध्यबिंदू येतो. So AM equals to MB equals to 1/2 AB. Remember it. Every segment having one and only one midpoint. Every segment having only one and only one midpoint. So now the next topic we have to discuss, that is a comparison of segments. So here the given length of AB, that is 2 cm, length of CD, that is 5 cm. So as the smaller segment is AB because its length is smaller than length of CD, so we can say length of AB is less than length of CD. So we can also say segment AB is less than segment CD. That means segment AB is smaller than the segment CD. Or we can say segment CD is greater than segment AB. So in this way we compare the two segments. So two segments are compared with AB. So suppose A and B are the two distinct points. A and B are the two distinct points. So the union of the segment AB and the points on this and the points P such that A dash B dash P is the ray AB. So what we define here, the ray AB. Suppose A and B are the two distinct points. The union of all points of AB, the union of all points on segment AB and the points P such that A dash B dash P is called the ray AB. Here point A is called the end point of ray AB. Point A is called the end point of ray AB. So again listen it carefully. The union of all the points on segment AB and the points P such that A dash B dash P is called the ray AB. Here A is the end point of segment AB. Now the next term, that is line AB. So the union of the points of ray AB and its opposite ray BA, the union of ray AB and its opposite ray BA is called the line AB. The ray AB union ray BA. So line AB is infinite. It goes beyond the limit. So we show the arrows on both sides or both ends. The set of all points of the AB is a subset of the points of line AB. The set of the all points of segment AB is the subset of the line AB. Is the subset of the line AB. So in this way we discuss here the ray and line. Now the next thing we have to discuss here the perpendicularity of the segments or ray. So if the lines containing two segments, that means segment AB and segment CD, or two rays, or one segment one ray, and they are perpendicular to each other. These lines are perpendicular to each other. Then we can say that two segments or that two rays or one segment and one rays are perpendicular to each other. So here the segment AB and segment CD. The line containing segment AB and segment CD are perpendicular to each other. That's why we can also say segment AB perpendicular line CD. Also segment AB perpendicular line or segment CD. Also segment AB perpendicular to ray CD. Segment AB perpendicular to ray CD. So there are lines or segments are containing segments or rays containing the lines are perpendicular to each other. Then we can say that segments are also perpendicular to each other, that rays are also perpendicular to each other. The distance of a point from a line. So here segment CD is perpendicular to line AB. Segment CD is perpendicular to line AB. D lies on line AB. Point D lies on line AB. So we can say this is the perpendicular distance. This is the perpendicular distance. Length of segment CD is called the distance of point C. Distance of point C from the line AB. Again, listen it carefully. If segment CD perpendicular to line AB, point D lies on AB. D lies on AB. Then we can say length of segment CD is the distance of point C from the line AB. So while taking the distance of a point from the line, we have to take the perpendicular distance. So if suppose length of CD equals to A, then the point C is at a distance of A from the line AB. Then the point C is at a distance of A from the line AB. So this distance is called A. Point D is called the foot of the perpendicular. So in this way we can take the distance of a point from a line.